Today is the day where you wake up and you realize that everything that you've been dreaming about, everything that you've been wanting, every goal and wish and hope that you've ever had can become real. Dreams can come true. What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to a new episode of my show. So there's this one time I finally got to see this comedian that I've wanted to see for many years. I had seen a short set from him, the Pasadena Ice House. He did like maybe 10, 15 minutes. I've listened to him on countless podcasts over the years. Duncan Trussell. I finally got to go see Denver, Colorado, the Comedy Works downtown, not the one outside of town, the one that's downtown in Denver, the Comedy Works, one of the best comedy clubs in the world. I prefer the American Comedy Club in San Diego, very similar. It's just not packed as tight. Like, you go as somebody going to see comedy at the Comedy Works in Denver, you're very much sitting down in a very, there's not a whole lot of room, which is fine. It's probably better for comedy. But I went and saw Duncan Trussell, finally got to do this. And on the ride there, Uber driver, just, thinking he's funny, going along with myself and Keith that's there, we're going, and it gets to we're going back and forth kind of on a riff of crazy people, and he says he has a gun in his fucking glove compartment, and we don't know if he's does or not, but we're kind of in this thing where it's I think we're kind of just riffing on being funny about what's going on here. But then he might actually have a gun, and he reaches over and pretends to open up the glove box, which gets about as close as you can get to knowing whether somebody has a gun in their glove box or not, and pointing it at you and maybe killing you because he's an Uber driver and maybe he just lost it and he hates comedy or something. He lives somewhere, he came from somewhere, and he's a disciple of somewhere, where instead of in the movie Footloose, where music and dancing was illegal, it's he comes from somewhere where comedy's illegal, and the fact that we're going to see some comedy in his eyes is blasphemous, and he wants to fucking take us out because that's what God would want. That didn't happen. He's just really unfunny. We make it to the comedy show. We're going to see Duncan Trussell. We watch the opening acts. Duncan Trussell comes on stage. Before he does anything, before he does any kind of comedy, he starts off with an ohm, and we do some fucking meditation, which he didn't know we almost got shot in our Uber going over there, but that helped so much to cleanse the palate before we watched his comedy. And that's what I'm talking about in this episode. I'm talking about meditation. Probably close to 10 years ago, I punched a cement. Is like drywall, but it's made of cement. So this knuckle right here it's not really a knuckle. It's kind of, if I had an x-ray, it looks more like a hockey stick. But that's what happens with boxer's fractures. And I punched a wall. I just didn't know how to handle anger. Before that, I was punching walls and punching doors and punching shit. Not punching people. I was never violent to people. Growing up, I was always picked on. So it's I never felt, but you beat up a wall, you beat up a door. They can't do anything. It's just a fucking door. Right? One night, drunk, after watching Conan when he was on tour after his whole bullshit with the Tonight Show, and he went on tour because he wasn't allowed to do TV for a certain amount of time. He was in San Diego with Reggie Watts. I went and saw it, got wasted as fuck. That night, woke up, got angry, punched a wall, broke my hand. After that point, I decided I should probably learn better ways to deal with frustration and anger. And I got into meditation, and it's something that I feel has improved my life. As always, anytime I ever talk about it, I always feel like I need to say that I wish I did it more. But at the same time, like I definitely, like, for sure, if I did it more regular, I would probably have far less stress in my life. Although now, I think I just because I've done it for so long and I've done different kinds, I've done the guided meditation, the guided chakra meditation. I've done just listening to Buddhist monks, to chanting with the Buddhist monks and like audio CDs. I've done binaural beats. I've done a lot of different things to like kind of a lot of different versions of meditation over the years, and they all definitely help. They all definitely help. They all like so much of our life and our world is distractions. There's screens everywhere, all kinds of entertainment everywhere you can get. The biggest decision is like, what do I watch? It's not like you can turn on your TV and just scroll through the channels. You have to turn on your TV and select your Amazon app or your Netflix app or your YouTube app or whatever app has your fucking thing. Then you have to go through, and in that app, you have to go through all the fucking recommended and all the different genres, and hopefully you find something. It's just like, it hasn't helped. It's just changed. There's just more distractions. There's like being bored is like has been treated as a disease, and we've almost eradicated it. Although people will still say they're bored, even though there's like endless amounts of fucking entertainment in the world. So for me, especially while I was working at Costco, worked there for 13 years, very unhappy working there despite they pay good wages, they have good benefits, 401k, blah, blah, blah. However, as a human being, when managers and other human beings who feel that they have superiority start treating me or friends of mine, coworkers of mine, like less of humans because of status and bullshit, and just because they can tell you to do something, they tell you to do something and you have to do it, or else. Fucking bullshit. Anger. Thankfully got into meditation. And now that maybe it's helped me move from, but I've moved away from all of that stuff, and now I constantly am looking for moments to take a step back, do some deep breathing exercises. Wim Hof is another one as far as breathing exercises, a different type of meditation. There's all kinds of different types, but I highly recommend it. A lot of people are like, woo meditation. Oh, let's do. Who cares? It's helpful. I don't care what voice you give meditation or what bullshit you put on meditation to make it palpable in your brain that it's not worth doing. You don't have to. It doesn't take a lot of time out of your life. It takes a very, very small amount of time out of your life to have a huge effect, huge positive effect. So I highly recommend doing meditation. Hit me up if you want my recommendations on the stuff that I use to meditate. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Ray Taylor. Go to my website, inspireddisorder.com. That's where all of my stuff is, all my artwork and stuff like that. If you want premium content, go to patreon.com/inspireddisorder. Thank you all for listening. Have a great day. Have a great week. Peace out.